Swindon Link magazine is fast approaching its 30th birthday and is widely regarded as essential reading for thousands of residents of North and West Swindon. But who's behind this local publishing phenomenon, and why has it been such a success? We went inside the offices of Swindon Link to find out.
Originally it started out as a community newsletter. I came to Swindon as a community development officer, specifically to work in West Swindon when in 1978 there were 500 houses. Nowadays there are 11,000. I arrived in January 79 and it was important that the area had some form of communication, community communications, and the magazine emerged as a newsletter. And a group of volunteers used to sit around every 6 weeks and put it together as using a typewriter and letter set, and it went along like that for about 8 years. At the end of 1986, it became clear that the magazine couldn't continue as a newsletter because the area had become too big and it wasn't coming out regularly enough, and it just didn't have enough content. So I decided to privatise it, and in April '87 we brought it out as a business proposition, a new magazine serving West Swindon, coming out monthly, and but continuing the what we were doing all the time, community communications, providing a means for people to tell each other what's going on, to find out what's happening in the area. And a key point about what we're about is celebrating what people are doing. People are committed and doing things in their community to make it better. The community spirit, I suppose. And we're there, trying to recognise and acknowledge that they're doing good things. And we've just grown and grown. In '87 we started out with about 9,000 copies, and 20 years later we're now producing 26,000. 23,000 go to homes, another 3,000 get left in public places in Swindon. We don't try and do the whole of Swindon. We're still very targeted at West Swindon, and about 12 years ago we went into North Swindon because we felt the people moving into those brand new houses would be experiencing the same issues as the people in West Swindon had in the previous 15-20 years.
Roger Ogle, Link magazine's owner and editor, writes the majority of stories himself, and he doesn't just rely on PR and press releases. He gets out into the community to meet the people and see for himself what's going on.
Okay, let's see you go. Right. Good. Coming around. Right. The magazine's always remained free, and we've held on to that. And in that sense, it's quite unique because it's got the combination of free, very high editorial content. It's about 40%. And we give it away. So to be able to give away 26,000 copies and to pay for it entirely by advertising we haven't found another publication which is similar to it in the country. I would suggest, in as much that that many people can get a publication which is very, very targeted, has very localized, relevant information. You won't find much about which double glazing to buy, or the best colours for this season. We don't do lifestyle. It's very, very local, very specific, very community orientated.
How has the Link magazine embraced the internet?
Well, we've tried to engage with it. The paper activity is our core activity, and we still believe that there is a future for paper. People still want to have the look and feel of and be able to pick it up, put it down, and go back to it as a reference point. So I think hopefully we're safe from the pressures of the internet. Nevertheless, we're in there. We've had a website for 10 years. We were the second by a few weeks only dedicated to Swindon, and Swindon Link reports a lot of what's in the magazine, but also a lot of stuff that doesn't get into the magazine. The paper will continue, and also the area that we are targeting will continue to grow. We've got another 5,000 houses in North Swindon to be built, so we're committed to ensuring that all those houses will receive the magazine as people move in. As to whether we expand elsewhere is it's sort of still up in the air. I think it's maybe it's going to be for somebody else to take on and go forward with it. But it's certainly, we've shown that there's a incredibly viable proposition in the magazine, and one that people really do. They have a very high regard for the magazine.